Hey everyone, it's for decreasing the resolution itself. Let's check this on a game called CSGO. Now, I think everyone is familiar with this one. So I'm gonna head into my games video tab, and simply you can see I'm having quite a lot of resolutions here. So in this place, I'm actually gonna be reducing my game's resolution to around 800 by 600, or the lowest possible in mine would be around 640, and you can adjust it according to yourself. My second tip would be to actually update your GPU's drivers. So there are three sites and three actual manufacturers, like it could be your AMD, NVIDIA, or like Intel. So in Intel it might be like that. So let me tell you how you can do this. So the first thing is that you must know which GPU are you actually using. So there are two ways you can actually find this out, and let me show you both of them. The first one would be to use device manager. So you can type in DEVICE, of course I should type that right, and here you should see display adapters. Click onto that and you might see something like this. This is your GPU. You can also click on properties and this might show you your complete GPU's information about it. Now if you're only seeing Intel HD graphics, something like this, then it means that you have an integrated GPU, like for example I have. Other way to check what GPU do you have is to open up run, and before you, let me tell you how you can open run. You can type in search for run to open up run, or you can right click here to open up run to open the same thing, or you can simply press start with R to open up run. Let's type in dxdiag and open it up. And once we open that up, you're gonna see something like this. Now it's gonna tell you the basics of what your computer got. Now if you want to know about your GPU, you need to head over to display and look at here. So once you come here, you're gonna see your GPU's name here, right here on the Intel HD graphics that's showing in mine. In your case, it might be NVIDIA, GTX, RTX, or AMD, Radeon, anyone, something like that. Now if you're seeing just this, that means you have an integrated GPU. Now these sites are also given down below in the description. To actually update your GPUs, you need to head over to your GPU's vendor's site, like I'm going to be showing you for all three. For Radeon, it's quite easy. Make sure that you download Radeon's auto detect and install Radeon GPU drivers for Windows. If you're on Windows, of course, you can click on download now, and it's going to automatically detect whatever GPU version or whatever GPU you have and automatically update it. For NVIDIA, you need to head over here to the NVIDIA download site. It's also given down below in the description. You need to actually select the product type, whichever you have. Like you can have Titan, GeForce. Generally people I have seen, they have GeForce. And then you can select whatever series you have. It could be RTX, MTX, or GTX, anything like that. So for example, the latest RTX 20 series, we can select in here, and it says like RTX 2080 Ti. We can select that, and it's going to tell you the whatever operating system you have. Also the download type, which is the download type of which sort of driver you're downloading. If you're using game ready drivers or studio drivers, you can also check what does this actually mean. So it's also going to search you for language. Now you can click on search to actually search your GPU's drivers, and it's going to show you the latest version that has been released, and you can download it and install it. Next comes for our best, NVIDIA. Intel. So once you're in Intel, click on graphics. You're going to actually be redirected to the graphics here, and now you can search for products. Like for example, if you have a 8th generation processor or 10th generation processor, you can click on that, and it's actually going to show you the drivers like Intel Graphics Windows 10 DCH drivers, and it's actually for 10th generation. You can click on this whatever you have. It's simply easy as that. Now, the other thing would be to actually reduce and change your game's video settings. It depends upon how are you sacrificing. Say for example, if you only want to see visuals, there's going to be no use if you do not get any sort of FPS. So make sure that you tweak them according to your CPU. Here are some few other things that you can do is to actually upgrade from a hard disk drive to a solid state drive. Now solid state drives or SSDs are way more faster than hard disk drives. They're actually not very cheap, but they're actually at a good price. You can buy some small ones, like for example 126 GBs or 256 GBs. These are actually not very expensive, but you can actually install your games on an SSD and then play. It's actually going to increase the loading time, and also decrease the loading time. I wanted to say improve the loading times, and also the performance. My another tip would be to actually upgrading your GPU. Like GPUs of old generation cannot help you with the new generation games because it's all new and all things like that. So make sure that you actually are using a proper GPU and CPU to run the game that you're actually running. You cannot expect to run Death Stranding on a CPU like mine. Not at all. Coming to some few tweaks that are somewhat helpful that you can do on your PC is to actually clean up your temporary files. How you can do that is again open up run. I have shown you how to open that. Type in temp percent. Actually clearing this will actually show you all the temporary files. You can actually clean it. Removing your temporary files is going to also get your CPU rid of some spaces and also give your CPU some breathing room. Type in temp, just temp without any percentage sign. All this is given below in description, and delete everything from here. So that is what you can do and how you can clean your PC up. Also, this is also going to help you like improve your gaming FPS by way lot if you're actually doing it properly. But the major things that done